Hey guys, Andrew McComb here, the founder and CEO of Outlier. In this Unleash Your Inner Outlier video lesson, I want to teach you how to remove the fear of losing clients in your business by showing you an actual live coaching session with one of my clients, Karina Cantus from Author Assist, who also struggled with the same challenge, but who's now living their outlier life and business on a day-to-day basis. But before we start, remember to subscribe and hit the bell icon below so that I can notify you every time an inspiring new Outlier episode is released. And if you stick around until the end of this episode, I'm going to also give you access to our Unleash Your Inner Outlier program and give you a free strategy session valued at $495 at the same time. The strategy session and the program is going to support you to get full clarity and direction around your unique gift, your message or calling, and give you a personalized plan that allows you to be true to yourself, turn it into a successful business, and live your dream on a day-to-day basis so that you can make a significant difference to the world. But for now, let's get into today's lesson. Okay, for those of you that are new to the Outlier message, for over 20 years, I've been working with clients who come to me for advice on how they can improve the performance and quality of their bodies, their lives, and their businesses. Some want help to lose weight and tone up. Some want to alleviate unexplained pains, injuries, and illness. And some are just stuck in some area of their life and want to get clarity on the best way to achieve their ideal financial, relationship, career, or business goals. But after working with thousands of clients, I've found that it's never actually their physical bodies, lives, or businesses that require improving. And every client I've ever worked with, I've found that there's always been some underlying feeling or emotion that they were not consciously aware of that was sabotaging the success of their body, life, and or business in some way. And I'd always find that when a client addressed the underlying feelings or emotions that were sabotaging their success, they began to see amazing results in all areas of their lives. The science behind Outlier's message, quantum physics, is that everything, including us humans, are all made up of energy. And the frequency or wavelength that our energy vibrates at will only ever attract to us energy that's in alignment with this vibration in our external environment. And it's because of this research into quantum physics that we now know that our thoughts, feelings, and emotions have their own wave frequency. So at a deeper level, if we're resonating with a feeling or emotion that's negative, then we'll only ever attract more energy or experiences that are in alignment with these negative feelings. Obviously, we don't want to be experiencing these feelings if our intention is to live our ideal outlier life. So it's important to release or clear them as soon as we can. And the best way I know to clear these feelings is to feel them. Because as you may or may not know, feeling is healing. And believe it or not, our feelings just want to be felt. Ultimately, our feelings are talking to us at any given moment to tell us exactly how we feel. So the best thing that we can do whenever we're feeling anything is to first feel the feeling and then listen to what it's saying to us. The good news, whether we want to feel them or not, is that our feelings are just trying to help us. And typically they have a message for us that'll not only help us eliminate the symptoms of those feelings, but also they'll tune us into our deeper wisdom and the answers that lie within us in relation to our overall business and life success. I know this sounds counterintuitive, and for a lot of you, I understand if your mind wants to run away from what I'm saying as quick as you can, but if you can watch the live session with my client coming up now, I promise you it'll become a lot clearer. And I also promise you that whatever you resist will persist. So if you choose not to feel your feelings, then watch them stick around until they do. Okay, let's get into the session. Karina, welcome to Outlier.
Thank you so much, Andrew.
Tell us about your business. What's happening with it at the moment?
Well, I run Author Assist. It's been going since 2015 by myself, always by myself. And what I do is I offer affordable services to other authors. Everything from brainstorming the actual idea of a story straight through to publishing it and then marketing and promoting it. Every step of the way I can help them. So I offer one-on-one training to make sure that they learn how to do the task rather than hire someone every single time they need it. I want to teach people how to do it themselves so they don't need to come back to me and pay me. That's the whole point of Author Assist. It's giving back everything I've learned in the 28 years that I've been in this business, because I'm an author myself. And I had the same thing. I had the book in my hand. I didn't know what I was doing. And so there's so many authors in that same position. And so I want to help them out. I have 2 podcasts, Behind the Pen and Narrations by KK. I'm also the host of a radio show called Author Assist. I do book trailers where I've actually won plenty of awards for my book trailers. And I do everything from graphics to newsletters, promoting them on social media, to getting them podcast and radio show events. The list is like about 25 services I do. It's like a pick and mix. When they get the form, it's like all listed down. Right, I'll have one of those and one of those and one of those. And so yeah, that's been going since 2015. And I first published my book when I was 19. Gosh, that is going back a long time. About 28 years ago. So I've seen a lot of change in the industry. I have to keep up with things to make sure my clients get the best advice and services they can.
Yeah. So we've talked about this off the call, is the gap between where you are and where you'd rather be. Often you wouldn't be on the call if there wasn't a gap. So tell us, what's the ideal business for you?
I have a problem of saying I can't say no. I have a problem of not being able to say no. Especially when I meet someone who needs help and I need to help them and I won't charge them, and that's a problem. I love doing pro bono work, but of course that's not good for my business, and it's not fair on those that are paying for the same service for me to give it out free to other people. I stretch myself because I can't say no. And I would ideally like to take somebody on, but that means training them and making sure they know what they're doing, and I can trust them to go off on their own tangent and do what needs to be done. But doing that will put my prices up, and I don't want to put my prices up because I'm scared that I will lose my clients if I do that. I haven't put my prices up in the last 4 years. Except for the trailers that went up. Yeah.
So Karina, tell me, if let's just say you've got a wand, magic wand, and you can have whatever you want, and we're free of the fears, the doubts, the confusion, and everything that goes with it. What's your ideal business?
I will be paid what I'm worth, and so many people had a go at me that I don't charge enough. But I feel in my heart I can't put my prices up too much. I would have 2 or 3 other people working for me so I can take on more clients. Because I'm a full-time author and I do this full-time, 10 hours a day, 5 days a week. I don't want that to stop, but I don't want it to expand too much. I like the way it is, nice and small, and you know, I really get to know my clients. I've worked with them 5-10 years now, some of my full-time clients. I don't know, I'm scared of moving forward, but I don't want to go backwards either.
Yeah. Can I just ask, is your model one-to-one clients, or is it one-to-many and or online programs that help you create something once and deliver it many times over with leverage?
I do one-on-one training when an author is ready to learn how to do something themselves. A lot of them either don't want to and rather hire somebody to do it, or they're constantly writing and publishing all the time. They haven't got time. So I'm not like one of those VAs and PAs out there that take the money and start posting around all about the books and go to the same places and do that every single day. I go to webinars. I keep up with the marketing trend. I want to make sure that I'm up to date with everything, that my authors are getting what they pay for. I won't promise something if I can't deliver, and I will admit to them if I can't deliver, I'll find someone who can. You know, I'm very trustworthy and I work really, really hard. As I said, 10 hours a day, 5 days a week.
Mm.
Um, my my regular clients know what they expect from me. We hardly ever have Zoom meetings anymore because they know they know what I'm doing. They know that I'm capable of doing it and they leave me do it. With my new clients, I have to have a Zoom meeting first to meet them to make sure that we're compatible. I can tell just by talking with someone whether we can work together or not, and that's really important to me. And then while I'm working with them, we have regular meetings, keep up because they don't know me. I
Cool.
want to make sure they know what I'm doing, that they're getting their money's worth, and I'm doing the job that I promised them. So,
Okay, so we talked about earlier your ideal business reality already exists. The only reason you're not observing it is because you're not resonating with it energetically, right? So what we do here at Outliers, we help people see it with absolute clarity and feel it with absolute certainty. And when you can do that for a period of time, the ideal business starts showing up. Okay, I'm already, from hearing that you do a lot, right? You put a lot of time and effort in, and there's probably a better way to leverage that, but that's not up for me to say. That's got to come from within you. The other thing we talked about is that if there's a gap between where you are and where you'd rather be, it's often because of a limiting, negative, or conflicting thought, feeling, or a belief, right? So you know exactly what I'm talking about.
yeah.
I want you to nail that for me in one sentence. What is the biggest challenge you have from going from where you are to where you'd rather be?
Fear of losing full-time my normal clients because of having to put the prices up because of hiring new staff.
Cool. Okay, so we're going to put you through the unleash your inner outlier process now. So I want you to close your eyes for me. I want you to take 3 deep breaths. And I want you to tell me where in your body or in the room or outside of the room is this fear of losing your clients?
Don't really understand.
So where in your body, you'll feel it, right? Your intuition is going to guide you. We're going to use your body and your external reality, being that your physical environment or your physical body, as our tool or our conduit between your intuition and what's currently going on for you, right? So let's look at this fear of losing clients. Where do you feel that right now? And it's the first thing that comes to mind, so don't overthink it. Where is it?
Okay, my heart.
Awesome. So I want you to put all your attention there now, and I want you to breathe into that area, okay? And I want you to tell me, what color is it?
I see blue.
Good. What shape is it?
It's like a blob.
Yeah. What size is it?
Smallish.
Is it smaller than your heart? Smaller than your chest?
No, but about the same size as the heart, yeah.
As the heart, yeah. Okay. What temperature?
Warm.
And what texture?
Liquid.
And what's the feeling or emotion associated?
Doubt.
Good. So I want you to feel, this is going to sound crazy, but I want you to feel more doubt for me. Allow yourself to surrender to doubt. Okay. And on a scale of 0 to 10, if 10 was the most doubt you could feel, what would it be right now?
5.
Good. So I want you to feel it more. See if you can feel a 6 for me. Nice deep breath into your chest, into your heart. Just allow yourself to feel it. Can you feel a 6?
Yeah.
Okay, allow yourself to feel a 7 or an 8 even if you can. Just surrender to it. It's trying to help you. Feeling is healing. Feelings just want to be felt, and they always have a message for us. They're trying to help you. So if you were to give doubt a voice, Karina, what would doubt say right now?
You can't do this.
Because? First thing that came to mind.
Fear.
Yeah. So let's visualize you've got your prices go up, you have other staff, and your business is thriving, and you're actually working less, and you're even attracting more quality clients who are willing to pay for you, right? And the other work gets done by your team. So visualize that, but your heart saying you can't have that. I can't because. First thing that comes to mind.
That the people working for me will not live up to my expectations.
Very good. Okay, I'm gonna cheat here. I'm gonna go back to a time in your subconscious where you had people help you in the past, and it doesn't necessarily mean in business. It could be in anywhere in your life, but they let you down. So I want you to go back to the time that was first a problem, and a memory or a physical impulse symptom will come up for you, and usually takes about 3 seconds. So tell me what happened.
I hired PAs because I have 14 books. I hired PAs to do the job that I do for others. I paid them and they never fulfilled. They never gave me what I paid for. They never fulfilled their job. And that's happened 2 or 3 times.
And so how did you feel when that happened?
So disappointed in them, disappointed because it scares clients away. They don't want to hire people because of that situation, and makes it harder for me to find new clients by trying to assure them that I'm not like them, that I don't work, that I have a work ethic, that I don't work like them, and that they get what they're paid for. But it's a struggle when they've been burnt, and I've been burnt because I felt it and I've had it done to me.
Yeah, so you're actually attracting more of it, right? You're going to attract more disappointment because you're resonating with disappointment. So the fastest way to not resonate with disappointment is to feel it as much as you can. So where do you feel disappointment right now?
I don't know, my stomach maybe.
Cool. So put all your attention there, take your breath down to the stomach, and I just want you to feel as disappointed as you possibly can. All right, because at the moment you're resisting feeling disappointment by bringing on new team, right? But because you've got past reference, you're actually pushing it away because you don't want to feel it, right? So therefore you don't get new team and you don't move forward in your business because you currently have a belief that people are going to let me down or something similar. So the quickest way for us to dissipate that is to feel the disappointment. Okay, I want you to feel it as much as you can. What color is it in your stomach?
It's red.
Shape?
Square.
Size?
Bigger than the last blob.
Yep. Temperature?
Hot.
And texture.
Solid.
And what's the feeling or emotion associated now? And I'm suspecting it could be something different to disappointment.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm not sure.
Okay, so just feel, I don't know. That's a feeling.
Okay, unsure.
Good. So feel unsure for me. So I want you to feel unsure for me.
Oh, disappointment now just keeps on coming out.
Brilliant. So just let it be felt. Yeah. If I grow and I need team, they're going to let me down and I'm just going to feel disappointed. All right. But here's the kicker. What you fear feeling the most already exists, right? So how do I know that? When you think about your business at the moment, it's not growing as big as you want it to be. You're not having as much impact on others as you'd like to have. And therefore, how do you feel? You already feel disappointed, don't you? It's not happening like you'd like it to. Does that make sense? So what we fear the most already exists. So if we fear feeling disappointed, e.g. with the future vision, e.g. we don't want that, the funny part is we're already feeling it anyway, and we're okay. Like you're not dead, are you? Like it's not as working as well as it could be, but it's not killing you.
No, I'm happy with the way things are, yeah.
There we go. So therefore, there's nothing to fear because you just mentioned it. You're actually happy with the way things are, which kind of sounds contradictory, right?
Mm-hmm.
So here's another question. This is maybe an integrity or a values question for you. If you could carry on the way you are, but it's all you and you know you're serving your clients with integrity, with respect, with honor, and with saying what you'll do and delivering on it versus growing it and maybe attracting people that don't deliver on it and then having all the staffing headaches and everything else, which one would you prefer?
The one I have now.
Exactly. So therefore, why have you got what you've got right now? Because deep down, it's actually better for you subconsciously right now, right?
Yeah.
So you've got options here. You've got infinite possibilities, okay? What you think you need to do to grow may not be what you think you need to do to grow, e.g. getting some team members, etc. Does that make sense? It may just be a case of looking at your current business differently and saying, how can I do this current business differently or better or with more leverage so I receive more for it for less effort, right? And now I'm talking to you like you'd talk to, I know this, you would talk to your clients like this, right? With their books and their launches and everything else. You want maximum results for minimal effort. So I want to now flip, we're going to come back to the disappointment, etc. in a minute, but I want you to flip to just that concept of what I'm talking about. Leverage, growing without the pain, right? Where is that right now? This amazing business that you could have, and it could be totally different to your current business or the one you were projecting as what you thought you had to do to have the ideal business. Let's not worry about the how or what it looks like, etc. Let's just go to where is it right now in your body or in the room or outside of the room. Where do you feel it?
In front of me.
Perfect. So I want you to tell me the color of it.
Yellow.
The shape of it.
Pill shape.
Pill?
Like a pill, like a tube.
Yep. Temperature?
Don't know.
Okay, is it neutral or there's not really a temperature there?
No, there's not really.
Yeah, and the texture?
It's solid, but it's smooth.
Very good. And the feeling associated, this ideal business?
Worry.
You're worried.
I'm being negative again. I know. I'm sorry.
No, you're just feeling feelings, right? And we're getting to the truth. This is the beauty of this work. So you're feeling worried about this ideal business. So just feel worried. It's okay. Okay, just feel it. Where do you feel worried?
Everywhere.
So just feel it. Allow yourself to bask in this feeling of worry, as if you're in a swimming pool and you're just lying back in it and just allowing yourself to surrender to it. Nice deep breaths. And remember, worry's trying to help you. It's trying to guide you. So just see if it pops anything up with an insight or a message or some intuition around your ideal business.
It's asking me, why am I worried?
So just feel into that and then answer it. So why are you worried about your ideal business, which is going to be your ultimate dream thing that you've wanted?
That I won't be able to give as much as I do now to my clients, and that maybe I lose those that I've been working with for many, many years.
And how would that feel? Visualize yourself losing.
Devastating.
Cool.
Devastating.
So feel devastated for me. Because all of this is stopping you having your ideal business, right? Not wanting to feel devastated, feeling unsure, feeling worried. All of these things are stopping it. So therefore, where do you resonate on an energetic frequency scale with these feelings, right? And therefore you attract more of it. We want you to let this go. We want you to resonate with the ideal business. So just feel devastated. These clients, you know, maybe they move on, maybe they don't. That's not the truth. You don't know the truth, right? You're just projecting the truth that they might leave.
Yeah.
But remember, if these clients are not allowing you to have the ideal business, and I'm not saying they are because it's you, it's your projection, is it the ideal business that you're working in right now, even though you're helping them as much as you can? Is that ideal when you know how much time and effort it takes and the income isn't as good as you'd like it to be? So are they your ideal clients? They might have some really good traits that you like, which you could take into any client, but there's one element missing here, isn't it? It's the money side of it, where you're being paid your worth to provide the services you pay. So just feel devastated. Or do you feel devastated now?
I've had a talk or a thing with two of my closest clients. One, I've had to lower the price because he couldn't afford it, couldn't afford me anymore, so I lowered the price. And another one was, I'm in an hour in about whether or not they could afford me. And this is after many, many years of working together. So even though it didn't happen, I have the fear that it could happen if I do put my price up, because they've basically both said that they can't afford any more than what they're paying. But I'm not getting paid my worth. I've been told that so many times.
Yeah. So imagine they didn't exist, right? And all of a sudden you got this free time that's like a vacuum to attract ideal clients. And I'm not saying they're not ideal clients, but they are not 100% because they're missing that financial feeling met financially, aren't you? So they're not 100% ideal. So imagine, let's go back to the ideal, the pill that's in front of you, the tube, right? That wants you to do everything you're doing now, but receiving more financially for it, right? And I want you to tell me what that feels like.
It feels great. It feels like I'm getting what I deserve, that I'm fulfilling everything that I planned on, that it's going the way it should go.
So just hold that vibration, right?
Yeah, I feel satisfied.
Good. So the fastest way for you to attract this ideal business is to see this in your mind with absolute clarity. So you'll know what so this is like a visualization, right? You'll know what you see when that's happening, and you know how you feel with absolute certainty. It's called satisfied, right? So the more often you can feel satisfied and see this in your mind, whatever the relationship is with the business side, that you know what you'll see, the faster your ideal business will show up, right? So there's two ways you can do that. One is, I want you to tell me one thing that you do that makes you feel satisfied. First thing that came to mind.
It's not what I do, it's the feedback.
So tell me about that.
It's knowing that I've helped a client, whether pro bono or whether it's a paying client, that they appreciate the work I've done and that I've helped them, and that makes me feel good inside, makes me feel like what I'm doing is the right path, what I'm doing is what I'm supposed to be doing. And
do you feel that regardless of feedback? Right, so let's just know you've done your work for so long, your business, you know you get good results for your clients, you know you're good at what you do, right?
yeah.
Do you need more endorsement of that, or you just know that now?
No, I need to be told that often.
Yeah, so I've got a theory here. You could read their testimonies regularly to feel more satisfied, rather than do all the work that you keep doing to feel satisfied. Does that make sense? Because that's what you're currently doing, isn't it? I know that without even knowing that. So you get validation by doing more and more work for them that they're not willing to pay for, so that you can at least feel satisfied that you're a good person. Is that true?
Bingo.
Yeah. And so it's an empty hole though, right? You cannot ever fill that hole until you realize that you're worthy, you're good enough already, without having to do more work. Okay. Does that make sense? Because otherwise you're going to do 50 hours plus a week, still trying to prove to yourself that you're good enough. But these people don't want to pay you, or they want to reduce what they want to pay you. And how does that make you feel? Less
unworthy.
Right? Unworthy. So what do? Oh, how else can I help you? Can I drop my prices? Can I do more work for you? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Just to prove that I'm worthy. So the quickest way for you to attract your success even more is to start feeling worthy. And I know if that's coming from a place of unworthy, that's going to sound crazy. It's like a total 180-degree turn, but that's what we need you to be doing. It's not even about the business anymore, right? This is just about worthiness. So where in your body is this unworthiness? And you're already feeling it, right? What's the feeling? Deep breaths for me. And I promise you, Karina, you're on the right track. Okay. You are onto a winner here. It's like a diamond in the rough. Where does unworthy feel? Where do you feel it in your body, or the room, or outside of the room?
My head.
Cool. So just feel it for me. We're going to go cut straight to the chase. Just feel it. Okay. Breathe into your head and feel unworthy, because you have not wanted to feel unworthy from the very first time you felt unworthy. And you'll have a memory come up about what actually that was, right? And ever since, you've been avoiding trying to feel unworthy. And therefore you go out of your way to prove to people that you're worthy, and you bust your ass for minimal financial gain. And even then they're never satisfied, right? So it's just a constant cycle. So the quickest way to get rid of it is to feel unworthy. Just feel the feelings associated with it. Okay? And I know it doesn't feel comfortable, but I promise you it'll disappear very quickly. Where do you feel it? Is it in your head still?
Yeah.
Okay, keep feeling it. Scale of 0 to 10, what would it be?
7.
Cool. So try and bring it on to an 8 or a 9. Just bask in it. Allow yourself to surrender to the feeling. And be wary of a memory that comes up, that the original event that caused all of this. Do you know what that is?
No.
Well, okay. So let's just tune into the intent that we want to identify it, okay? And just breathe into your head, feel unworthy, and see what happens. And feel it even more. And feel it even more. Nice deep breath. Looking at you now, your body, your energy, I feel that you're not feeling it as much anymore, are you? Something shifted. Would that be true?
No, but I think I know it's nothing to do with the business or work where it comes from. It comes from things that have happened in the past. And
Yeah. So what's the priority? Which one comes up as the most? The event that occurred that made you feel unworthy?
it's just not having my family not understanding and not seeing how serious my work is, and anything that I've accomplished in my life, which has been huge milestones for me, never getting a recognition from it from my own family, never being told, well done, you deserve it, or whatever.
Yeah, awesome. Well done. So you're not feeling validated by your family, are you?
No.
And so you'll continue for the rest of your life to do whatever it takes to subconsciously get validation from your family. Right? And the reality is you probably never will if you don't clear the need for validation, because the only validation you need is from yourself. Does that make sense?
Yeah. You know, that imposter syndrome. Like you're playing the part and you think you're doing the right, you think you're good at doing what you're doing, and then the other half is saying, no, you're just pretending you think you know what you're doing.
And who does that remind you of when you, that voice? Is that your voice or someone else's?
No, that's me. That's so deep inside me.
So what a battle you're raging right now, right? Between the part of you who knows you're good enough and the other part is going, who are you kidding? What a waste of energy. It's like having the accelerator on in the car with the handbrake on and the pedal brake on at the same time, right? You're putting all this energy in and then blocking yourself at the same time. So I'm going to ask your deepest, wisest part of you, what is the solution to this problem for Karina so that she can finally feel worthy and get the success that she deserves? And it would say,
just to stop doubting myself, that I've done enough to have that title. I've shown enough. I've presented it. I deserve what that I've just got to stop doubting myself.
And the fastest way to do that is to feel more doubt. Right? This sounds crazy, but show me where doubt is right now. It was in your stomach before. Where is it now?
Oh, it's in me twigging tears, I know that.
It's all good. The cleansing process, clearing out. So where is doubt right now? Where do you feel it?
I don't know. Everywhere.
Good. So just feel it everywhere. All right. And be okay with feeling it. It doesn't mean anything. Because usually under the feeling will be another feeling, and then another one until you get to the truth. So feel it as much as you can. And there is a solution, and it is called the truth. So if doubt is the current feeling, what's the truth feeling for you?
Confidence. I know that I'm good at my job. I know I succeed in everything I put my heart into. I feel confident that I do my job to the best of my abilities. I'm not a fake. I'm not a imposter. I'm very work oriented, work addicted. I have a good work ethic, and I give my all into what I do. That I should feel confident and not have any of that negative energy.
Good. So
That
tell me,
I've been
where
doing
do you
this
feel
so
confident?
long.
Where you feel that in your body? If you
My
were to allow
chest.
yourself. Hey?
And my chest.
Cool. So breathe into your chest, and I want you to feel more confident. All right. Now, we could talk about this for a while, right? Because this has got some long-winded history to it. But in a nutshell, the fastest way for you to achieve the success is to feel this confidence and this satisfaction, which we talked about earlier, as often as you can. So I have a meditation program that I give my clients that allows them to do that on a daily basis. So it allows them to tune into the feelings they want to feel to attract more of what they want, and dissipate the feelings they don't want to feel to help them get clarity on what's really going on, that then flips it to allowing them to achieve their ideal outlier life, right? Or business or whatever, relationship or whatever. So what I want to ask you is, what is the one thing you need to do to feel more confident more often? And your subconscious, your inner wisdom knows the answer. What would it be?
I don't know, I keep going back to validation from people.
Yeah. So next step. So the next question, what does that look like for you? So let's say it's not more work. There's another form of validation. What is it? Is it from other clients or people or yourself?
It's karma. Every time I've helped somebody, I've got karma back without asking for anything in return. I get it. Whether it's new clients or yesterday, someone that I've been helping for free just because he really needed it. And I got a Amazon gift card from him as a thank you. And I wasn't expecting anything, and that just shows that I am helping people. I am doing the right thing. I should be confident in what I'm doing because it's working. It's helping people, and helping people is what I need to do. I want to do.
Very good. So what I felt there too is the word appreciate, and the word appreciate means to grow, right? So you felt appreciation from someone. What could you do for yourself that shows appreciation for yourself? So you don't need validation from others. So we're owning this, right? We can control ourselves. We can't control others. So how do you, or what can you do on a daily basis to give you more appreciation? And the first thing that comes to mind is, so something
I don't
that's
know.
so self-love-ish. What do you love doing? What would you love to do each day?
My work, and I love to sing. Singing
Awesome.
gives me so much freedom, and I've always had a love for singing.
Awesome. So here's a really cool thing for you and for other business owners out there, right? So there's times in our business life where we don't receive financially. You know, it might be at the start of the business or a downturn or whatever. But we can still receive, right, energetically, something that makes us feel appreciated anyway. And you've just nailed it. For you, it's singing, right? So the more you can sing each day, and it doesn't have to be like, you'll know the exact amount of time it is, but that's one part of you being able to do something for you that you love and enjoy and feel like you receive from.
I do. I move away from the computer no matter how much work I have that day. I move away from the computer and I go into my living room and I get the microphone out and I sing. And then an hour and a half, and then I come back to my computer and work.
Awesome. So you need to keep doing that, obviously. But the funny thing is you're already doing that, aren't you?
Yeah.
So, and then you're still working hard and you're still not fully receiving. So what I would then suggest is we've got to go the opposite here and start feeling the feelings you don't want to be feeling a bit more to dissipate them, dissipate the emotional charge around them. So what's the one feeling that you feel you want to feel more that you know will help release this not receiving?
I think it's confidence.
Yeah, cool. So every day you want to do something that makes you feel more confident. Okay, so let's ask your subconscious to show you one thing that you need to do, the highest priority thing, in order to feel more confident on a daily basis. What would that be?
Um, I don't know, showing my skills, maybe publicly, not to do with my clients or anything, just showing what I'm capable of doing, what I have done, what I'm capable of doing. Yeah.
But are you not already doing that with your podcasts?
No, not really.
No. Could you be doing more, I don't know, YouTube videos or blogs or?
I'm online everywhere, or I go on panels and I go on interviews and other podcasts like yours.
So I'm worried for you, Karina, that that's more work, right? We want to do less work and get more result. And the fastest way to do that is it already exists. You doing less and receiving a lot more. So you could literally put your prices up and you're going to receive more, right? I know you've got fear.
That's what I've been told. That's what I've been told.
Yep. And if those clients fall away, well, look at the work and effort they cause you anyway. It will free up a nice block of space for you to attract maybe one or two other really good clients that are willing to pay your price. And the only thing is, between the price you're at now and the price you'd rather be at, is you being confident enough to say, this is my price. If they can't do that, you can't help them.
I've got too close. I've known them for years, and we're like friends now, and we're too close. When we've crossed that line of being worker and client.
Yeah. So that's something to learn for next round, right? For the new clients. It isn't a friendship. You're not there to be friends. It doesn't mean you can't be friendly, but you're not there to be friends. You can choose to be friends outside of business with other people, or if they're going to become your friend, maybe they're not your client. Does that make sense? I know that sounds a bit harsh, but it's...
No, that makes total sense.
Yeah. So maybe that's a conversation you could have with them. Guys, from now on, I value your friendship, but in order for me to get ahead in my business, and if they're a true friend, they will honor this, right? They will understand what you're saying. I need to free up my time more to get some more higher paying clients to allow me to get ahead. Do you feel if you were to implement something related to that, that over time would give you more confidence?
I think, if people word of mouth or references, whatever, get me clients that will pay what I should be paid, what I deserve to be paid, and doing the same job that I'm doing now, then yeah, that would be ideal.
Now, here's the kicker. The only person who can make that happen is you. And at the moment, you're currently sabotaging yourself. You're actually going against yourself, right?
Yeah.
You're stopping you doing this. So there's a part of you doesn't trust yourself, right? We're talking about this. It's like, yeah, right. I said I was going to do that before and I never did. Right. And so I don't trust you anymore. So you carry on the way you're going. So the only way to build confidence is to take an action that you observe the result and go, I stood up for myself. I talked to my friends or my clients who are friends. I had my conversation. That's one step, right? I could go and have that step. Did I have it or not? If I did, I honored myself. If I didn't, I dishonored myself.
This is what I'm about to do today, actually.
Yeah.
To do that step, to speak with the one client that he's paying less than anybody else because he couldn't afford it. Well, now it's just got to the stage where, prices have gone up. Everyone's putting their prices up. I can't keep going the way I'm going. And so I'm speaking with him later to explain that you need to pay the same amount everyone else is.
Yeah. Or you can move on and free up my time to find someone who can pay and will value it. I'm not saying he doesn't value it or she doesn't value it, but it's about you valuing yourself, right? You are worthy of being paid more for your skills and your expertise and experience and knowledge than you're currently being paid. And the only way to do that is to honor yourself with actions like these clients. And then the more you start doing that, that part of you doubts you will start supporting you and start attracting to you more people who value you. So here we go again. Let's go back to the start. Your external reality is a reflection of your internal reality. So if you're not valuing yourself, no one else is valuing you. You're just going to see it everywhere outside of you, right? So until you value yourself by saying enough is enough, I need to put my prices up. I'm not going to be you don't have to be a dick about it with these people. You be nice to them, and I know you will be because that's who you are. But it's time for you to look after you. By looking after you, you actually look after them better anyway, right? Because if you're looking after you, your external reality will reflect that. And then by default, your ideal reality starts to show up. You have better clients paying you more money, right? And then all of a sudden you are where you want to be.
Yeah.
So how does that feel as a context?
It feels like the ideal situation.
Yeah. So I just want you to visualize the conversation with your client, and it goes really well. So always focus on what you want, right? The outcome that you want. That's best for both of you, in the best interest of both of you. So visualize that and tell me how it feels.
I just know she's not going to go for it. One of my clients is not going to go for it, and we've been together like 10 years.
Yeah. And how will that feel?
If I lose her because of it, it will feel, well, it won't feel good, but
Well, how do you feel now anyway? You've got a client who you've effectively lost, but you're still working your ass off for them, right? So what's really going to change? Nothing, other than maybe a disconnect that you may not be friends, or it won't be as close, or whatever. Like, it sounds to me like it's become a codependent relationship that's not related to business. You guys are getting something from each other, but it's not money. It's not a client relationship anymore. It's something else. You're getting validation, and they're getting free work or whatever it is for their business, right? But you also, in this conversation, by you standing up for yourself, you're helping them too. They can't keep expecting to get free stuff, because if their business isn't working as well as it could be as well, maybe they need to do more of this internal work as well. Does that make sense? If they can't afford to pay you, then their business can't be going that well.
I've been an hour in about whether to say to them, look, we've got as far as we can in this working relationship, and I think it's time for you to find someone else to see if they can help you more than I'm helping you.
Perfect. So you already know this stuff, right? Your intuition's been talking to you anyway. It's just time to honor it now.
I just haven't had the guts to move that way yet.
Yeah. So there we go. You know the answer already. You just haven't taken the action because of the fear or doubt that it might cause separation or loss, right? So here's the kicker. The quickest way to be okay with that is to be okay feeling separation or loss, or whatever the feeling is that you fear feeling. Right? And I know you're feeling that feeling now anyway, because you've got a client who can't afford to pay you, but you're still working hard for them to get them an outcome that they're not getting. Right? Something's out of alignment here. But let's own it and say, it's me. I'm out of alignment. But I can't keep doing this anymore. Your subconscious knows I can't keep doing this. So things have got to change in order for you to have this ideal reality. You already know what the reality is. You know what it looks like. You know what it feels like. It feels satisfied, right? You feel confident. So that's the quickest way to attract it energetically. But at the same time, you need to clear out the things that are contrary to that, that are actually affecting your vibration, your energetic vibration. And at the moment, they're stronger than the confidence and satisfaction. How do I know that? Because your business is not reflecting the ideal scenario for you. So we just got to flip that, or you've got to flip that to being more about confidence and satisfaction. You are
I've got to think
helping.
more about me. I've got to think about me now and not about them.
Yeah. You cannot, it's the classic airline mask analogy. You cannot help people as much if you're not helping yourself.
In yourself, yeah.
Right? Some people call it selfish. I call it selfless. You're being selfless by looking after you, because it means you've now got more energy, if you're looking after you, to give to others. But if you don't have enough energy for yourself, how can you give any to others? There's nothing to give. So it's about filling up your cup now with high quality energy that's in alignment with your ideal reality. And if it's not, it's really clear. You'll feel it. That's not in alignment, that client or whatever. I don't work with those clients. I only work with ones who fit my parameters. So have you ever done a list of your ideal clients? Of the values of them, like they pay on time, they pay me what I'm worth, they do what I ask them to do, they're very appreciative, all these, like whatever your design of your ideal client is. Have you ever designed your ideal client?
Yeah.
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 So how's this for a kicker? Fastest way to attract your ideal client is to be the ideal client first. Okay, so we're gonna wrap it up. What's the one thing that you've learned about yourself today, or should I say remembered about yourself?
That I am worth more, that I should have more confidence in myself, that I should think more of myself than I do of others, and start sticking up for myself.
And how does it feel?
Good.
Awesome. So homework is talk to your friend/client, and I would love if you could come back to me afterwards to tell me how it went.
Yeah.
All right. So I want to keep you accountable
Yeah.
to that. And I want to
Okay.
know, because I want to set you free and I want to help you achieve your ideal business and your ideal life. Like I do want to help everyone else, right?
Yeah.
You
We all
deserve
want to
it.
help people.
All right. Well, good luck with it, Karina. I'm looking forward to your email when you come back to me. And yeah, honestly, as I mentioned, see it in your mind with absolute clarity, which you already do. You already know that. Feel it in your body with absolute certainty, confidence, and satisfaction. And you're 99% of the way there. And then dissipate anything else that's contrary to those things and take action on the impulses that you get out of your meditations, right? The key is the action. So one of them now is cleaning up the situation. That's the first step. Once that's done, then you keep focusing on confidence and satisfaction. And then the next step will come up and take action on that one. And you're very close.
How I'm too close with my clients. I don't know, especially this one lady, I don't know how I'm going to let her go. She was my first customer in 2015.
Yep.
How do I let her go?
Well, you know the answer, right? You just tune in to the answer. But the way I see it as an outside observer, she's now a friend. You're not going to let her go as a friend. To just let her know that you're a friend of mine. I want to maintain our friendship, but I feel for the business sake, I need to either help you find an alternate solution or let you go or have a break for a period of time or whatever, because I need to make some more money with clients that can afford to pay me.
I wouldn't say it like that.
No, I know. Yeah, but you know what to say, right?
You know, yeah, I know how to get around it.
All right, so I want to hear how it goes.
Okay.
All right.
Promise.
And I will be in touch, Karina, once this goes out. Yeah, you'll get a newsletter. And yeah, you'll be able to have a watch, and you've made a big difference. Like there's so many people, business owners in the same position as you, I promise you. All right. And it's got nothing to do with business, has it? It's got to do with worth, self-worth, and feeling worthy.
Yeah.
And only you can address that. It's an internal job.
It's strange that we should be doing this now when I have been going over things and getting ready to do that transition, but not ready to do that first step into that transition. And it's funny that we're talking about that now, and it's not something that I've never thought of. It's something that I've thought of very, very recently, and going over in my head, how am I going to go ahead and do this? So it's like it's karma. It's perfect. It's fate that we met, Andrew.
It always is, right? And this is the beautiful thing, Karina. You attracted me based on your scenario to help you go to the next step, right? It's just how the universe works. I've an external reflection of your internal desire to move forward. I'm just here to be able to help in that process. And so when you can start seeing the power and the magic in the universe, but really it's in us, you can attract whatever you want. Right? So you can have your ideal business. You can have your ideal life. Here's the other thing. This lady or man, this client doesn't have to be an either or. It can be both. How could I keep them as a client? How can I keep them as a friend? Right? That could be, but in order to be an ideal client, they're going to be paying more money because I don't have the time for them. Right? Or if they're going to pay me less, how do I only allocate half an hour a week to them or whatever? Right? It doesn't mean you've got to shut them off necessarily. Right? The universe is abundant. So you say, well, how do I do this in the best interest of everybody? And maybe you don't even have to have the answer. Ask your friend. In order for us to move forward, here's what I need. I don't have a lot of time and I'm not receiving a lot, but you'll say that in your way, right? How can we continue to work with each other where you're getting the same from me, or if not more, but I'm putting less time and effort into it because I need to go and help others as well. Or you might decide, actually, I just want to be a friend. But again, I'd just tune into yourself. You know the answer and they will know the answer. It's not like you're going to a fight. You're going to a negotiation to help each other. And if they're not willing to do that, they're not a true friend.
Yeah.
All right. And if you're not willing to do that, you're dishonoring yourself, which is harsh, but true, right?
Yeah, most definitely.
Awesome. Well, good luck with it. Keep in touch and let me know how you go.
Thank you, Andrew.
Well, there it is, guys. I hope you enjoyed this Unleash Your Inner Outlier video lesson. As you can see, by observing Karina, what they originally thought was stopping the success of their business had nothing to do with it. In fact, in Karina's case, it was all around her lack of self-worth. And it wasn't until she actually tuned inward to start feeling the feelings that she was feeling that she actually get the insight or truth around what was really affecting her success. And now that she's cleared it, her success is imminent. As promised earlier, if you resonate with this video and you'd like to get full clarity and direction around your unique gift, message, or calling with a personalized plan that allows you to be true to yourself, turn it into a business, and live your dream on a day-to-day basis so that you can make a significant difference to the world, then I encourage you to click the link below to join the Unleash Your Inner Outlier program. And as mentioned earlier, I'll also throw in a free 30-minute strategy session valued at $495 to help you with the process. All of the sessions are performed on Zoom, meaning maximum convenience so that you can be based anywhere in the world and in an environment that you're totally comfortable with. So if you're committed to finally living your outlier life and business, then click the link in the description below. And remember, if you've enjoyed this episode, we'd like to ask some questions, or maybe you've got a suggestion for another episode, leave a like and a comment below, and I'll do my best to answer them for you. And if you've got any friends, family members, or business colleagues who benefit from this episode, hit the share buttons below. I'm Andrew McComb, and thanks for watching, booking, and sharing and commenting on this video, guys. Here's to living your outlier life outside of the comfort zone. I'll see you soon.